All right, 2732 is starting to be conflicted about going to Dan to take hay. He's now taking hay from my hand on the other side of the fence. And the reason I'm knowing he's conflicted right now is he keeps glancing.
He wants your hay, but he can't reach it. He'll give up.
Now, for the first time ever, 2683 is approaching me for hay. Now, guys, these two were jacked so recently, that we're kind of doing things different with them because they are so reactive and showing zero curiosity. But you can see how he's coming up close to me. That's the closest he's ever come on his own. And he's been thinking about Dan's hay over there. You see how he's turning back over towards them? He wouldn't have done this yesterday. So we've spent a couple days now. Did we do the sitting in here with him yesterday too?
Only a little bit.
Okay, a little bit yesterday and then a lot today. I'm getting approached, guys. The first time he's approached me for hay. We still got confliction. Curiosity is starting to form. Curiosity will help the gentling process. Look at how close he's coming to me. Oh my gosh. Aren't you a cutie? Those ears. This is as close as I've ever been to him.
He's right there.
I almost could reach my hand out and touch him.
I agree. Your hands are full.
But my hands are full, yes. Now that 2732 is eating from my hand on the other side of the fence, but he won't approach Dan yet. So I would try to back up next to him. That's what I had to do with this other guy. See how he keeps looking? He's conflicted. He's curious.
Mm-hmm. Right now, I'll take conflicted. You can just sniff that chair. Ooh. Got all these emotions. I'm looking at you.
Thomas is working on petting Romeo there. I think that's going to be his name, Romeo and Juliet. The pair that we're going to train to drive.
Now you had enough? You really had enough?
He's investigating Thomas. That's curiosity, smelling him.
Geez, he's a picky.
What's interesting, guys, about these four here is these four we've not done as much training with, and all but Juliet love attention. Now there's three over here, and those ones, they're getting the most of the attention right now. It's the two old men who are harder to handle. They've been suspicious and not curious. But look at Romeo there just investigating Thomas. All that curiosity, I just love it. Guys, this one, we've decided on a name. This one is going to be Blackjack, and that was requested from a subscriber. Thank you so much, Jane Doe 4858, for submitting a request for names. And then the other little black one, they're going to be a team. Driving team is the goal. We're going to call him the Joker. Joker and Blackjack. And that one there that Thomas is petting now, we got a halter on him on the second day. He is just so loving and so curious, loves attention. Family time, this is great family time. Thomas is over here working on gentling these guys. Dan's over here working with a 22-year-old. Oh, and there we go. All your fashion tips. Make sure you go to Dan for all your fashion tips. And then Paul is over there feeding the 17-year-old through the fence because he also hadn't been showing any curiosity, but we're getting curiosity from both old men today for the first time.
Dollars.
$1.
More.
I don't want you injured.
I wouldn't do it either way. Even if you hit the price $1 million, you still wouldn't do it.
Right?
That cost me my life. Hospital trip.
Hey, you little bugger.
You really don't like this. Alright, I bet you like
Culinary experiment.
I do find it pretty amazing how gentle these four are becoming just from doing silly stuff hanging out with them. Each of these four have just had a couple, 2 or 3 sessions each is all of actual gentling process. The rest is just being silly and hanging out.
Well, this is not an ideal food for donkeys. Better wear a treat. Look at those ears, man. That gets by you.
We've come up with a name for these two. This one is going to be Romeo, and this one is going to be Juliet. So Romeo and Juliet. And the goal with these two is to train them to be a team of driving donkeys. I'm going to start working with Juliet here, getting her more comfortable to eat from my hand, and then we can start target and halter training. All right, guys, my goal here is that Romeo and Juliet will eat from my hand readily without walking away. So right now, because she's a little bit nervous, she'll take a bite or 3 and then she's got to go. She's got to go just let out some steam and be away. So I'm going to know that she's more comfortable when she'll just readily eat and hang out with me, not having to go away. Please hit that like and subscribe button. When you first start hand feeding, often more is better. It can be intimidating to have a little handful. So when I start, I have a big handful, and as they get more comfortable, you can give them little bites. But this is where we start. You see how she's looking away from me? That's letting me know she feels a little bit nervous about all this.